Yeah, and right now, Dia, we had our far eastern counties from Paris to Sulphur Springs to Canton to Athens were under tornado warnings, okay? We have had some reports of damage to the east of Canton, okay? We have not had any reports of any damage in the town of Canton itself, but east of Canton, a possible tornado touchdown. It did do some damage. A tree fell into a house, and then we had reports of a roof being ripped off. That was reports from the Canton Police Department, but no problems in Canton itself at this moment that we know of. But again, everything has shifted into far east Texas. So right now, nowhere, not one county in the WFAA viewing area is under a tornado warning, under a flash flood warning, under a severe thunderstorm warning. There are no warnings whatsoever in the WFAA viewing area. East of the WFAA viewing area, from Clarksville on down to Mineola, north of you and Tyler, that's where we have some warnings that are in effect, but not in the WFAA viewing area. So as we look at these locations, Lamar County, you're still picking up some rain. Sulphur Springs is still seeing some rain. Down to Canton and even Athens, still rain in these locations. But again, the severe weather threat has shifted to the east. And I mentioned this several times as we were doing our continuous severe weather coverage. If you have friends or family in Texarkana, Linden, Gilmer, even Tyler, certainly Longview, but definitely Linden and Texarkana, man, give them a call and let them know. Shoot them a text. Just make sure they respond back. Let them know that beginning around 5 to 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, these locations in far northeastern and eastern Texas are going to be picking up some pretty severe weather, all under a tornado watch in these locations until around 10 o'clock tonight. Let's go back now and let's take a look at what we have happening. So Jason, kind of walk with me here. Let's just freelance it here for a few moments. This is what's happening now. Put on the DMA SATRAD, then we're going to do the RPM, and then I want to show folks the QPF for the rest of the night. All quiet here now. Let's take a look at 6 p.m. on the model that we chose earlier that you and Jesse and I went through. So let's go to that model. We'll start it at 6 p.m. There's our thunderstorm activity. Again, Gilmer, Linden, Texarkana, nothing happening here. So if you have plans this evening, and I know many of you do, if you have plans this evening in North Texas, you're fine. There's nothing, oh, there could be a sprinkle. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be chilly. Don't worry. It's going to be hot. We'll all be complaining about the heat soon enough. Let's enjoy these cool temps tonight. But clouds, maybe a sprinkle tonight at 7. Let's go to 9 o'clock, Jason. Look at that. I mean, again, a sprinkle. That's it. Let's go to midnight. Not much happening. But see, at midnight, here's areas, Wichita Falls to Albany, Abilene, some thunderstorms. Are they severe? Maybe. I mean, there's not a severe threat out there. Do we have the SPC, guys, that we could put up? Do we have that for tonight? I know, Jesse, we went through that a couple of hours ago. Okay, so this is 3 a.m. to 9 a.m. tonight, tomorrow morning. You see this? There's no severe weather threat out here, western sections of North Texas. But I'm not going to rule out some pea-size hail, maybe some nickel hail, some 40-mile-an-hour winds. Hail, severe, is 1 inch, quarter size or larger. Severe winds are 58 miles an hour. I always say 60, but technically it's 58 miles an hour or stronger. That's not in the forecast out here. The Metroplex, what could you see from 3 to 9 a.m.? That's our WFAA weather alert day. What could you see here for the Metroplex? Well, that's the quarter-size hail. That's the minimum level of severe, some quarter-size hail and some 60-mile-an-hour winds. This isn't a tornado situation overnight. I'm not saying we couldn't have a very brief, a very weak one, but it's more gusty winds and also some small hail. That's a level 1. That's a marginal risk. Now let's go back to that midnight RPM if we can. And as we take a look at that, there we go. Go to midnight. There we go. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. People understand we're just kind of freewheeling it here. There's midnight. Now let's go to 3 o'clock in the morning. So remember, my window for the WFAA weather alert is 3 a.m. until 9 a.m. That's why. That's generally, mainly, we're looking at some really heavy rain overnight. I mean, really heavy rain. Could there be some isolated flooding? Yes. We're not under a flash flood watch or anything here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Unless, Jesse, that's been issued in the last 2 hours that we've been talking. I don't think that has. Jason, have you seen that? No. Okay, we don't have that, so that's good news. Again, we haven't picked up a lot of rain in the Metroplex over the last couple of days. We've been under the threat of it. We picked up, I don't know, DFW, I think DFW and Love have picked up less than a half an inch, so it would take a lot to have that happen. But 3 o'clock in the morning, let's go to 6 a.m. Okay, folks are awake by, let's say, 8, 9, or 7. Here's Go to 8. There's 8. Here's 9. See the rain at 9? Let's go to noon. Still some rain at 11. Comes through noonish. We have some rain. Starting to shift east of us by 2 in the afternoon, mid-afternoon. There we go. Not much happening tomorrow afternoon, mid-afternoon, late afternoon. There we go. Now let's go to our QPF map, quantitative precipitation map. Do we have that, guys? I think we do. That's okay. It takes a moment. No big deal. I just want folks to see that we're going to pick up a couple of inches of rain overnight. So this is the overnight morning hours tomorrow. This is on top of what you've already had. Now, I don't know what you had at your house. I've got a general idea, broadly speaking. But an additional ½ inch to an inch west of Fort Worth could what's that, Sandra? We'll keep going. ½ inch to an inch here in these locations. Dallas, Fort Worth could pick up 1 to 3 inches. And then up here in Northeast Texas, we could easily pick up 3 to 5 inches of rain. Again, these locations are seeing a lot of heavy rain right now, and there's more heavy rain in these locations as we head through that time frame. So that's how much rain we're going to pick up as we head through the overnight and Saturday morning. Now, there could certainly be a little bit of rain as we head through maybe Saturday evening to the west of Fort Worth. And I mentioned this earlier, that there's a number of locations in the Panhandle, the rolling plains of Texas, out in the big country, let's say Abilene and north, up toward Childress, maybe as far south as Midland, Odessa, certainly Lubbock, Amarillo, could certainly see, listen to this, you ready? Some snow. That's all a possibility. A little bit of snow is certainly in the forecast as we head through Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. I saw someone this morning that said, Pete, I heard there could be some snow up in the Panhandle. I'm like, thanks for watching last night on WFA at 10. Yes, we have that potential. Let's go back, if we can. Sandra, excuse me? Oh, okay, I apologize, couldn't hear you. Canton is still seeing some rain. So I know you're in Canton right now and you're like, Pete, it has been coming down in buckets. We have very, very heavy rain that's still falling in Canton. And the concern right now, it's the heavy rain and a lot of lightning. So if you have to go anywhere, just give it a couple of hours before you head out. Can we analyze that real fast? Just show folks in Canton how much rain has fallen? Yeah, it's a lot of rain. It says the past 3 hours. It may be just the past 2 hours. Let's head up to the north and take a look at how much you've picked up in Canton. Look at Emory, out just on the west side of Emory here, right on Highway 69. Man, a lot of heavy rain has fallen up there. Let's go up to Sulphur Springs and see, and there's more falling there right now. Sulphur Springs, look at the heavy rain just outside of Sulphur Springs here on the north side. A lot of heavy rain. That's Interstate 30, so over 3 inches has fallen there. So you get the idea. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. We'll have the latest on the forecast, the 14-day outlook. It all looks pretty nice once we get through tomorrow. The severe weather threat late tonight, as I just mentioned, it's really, really low. It's not 0, but we are at a 1. I'll have more on that. There's the heavy rain that has fallen. The lightning continues. Dia, we'll be back in a couple of minutes. More on the forecast.